Imagine a world where the flow of money and trade is used as a weapon, and the United States is leading the charge, with Iran firmly in its sights, in a game of economic warfare that is changing the rules of global politics. The rise of economic warfare is a complex and fascinating topic, with the United States using its economic might to exert pressure on countries like Iran, with sanctions that are having far-reaching consequences, and we will explore this topic in depth, including the history of sanctions, their impact on Iran, and the effects on global markets. And so we will begin by looking at the history of sanctions and how they have been used by the United States as a tool of foreign policy. The use of sanctions by the United States is not a new phenomenon and has been used by the United States for decades to try to influence the behavior of other countries and to protect the interests of the United States and its allies, and we will examine the different types of sanctions that have been used, including trade sanctions and financial sanctions, and how they have been enforced, and the impact they have had on the countries that have been targeted and the global economy as a whole. And we will also look at the role of other countries and international organizations in the use of sanctions and how they have responded to the actions of the United States. Now let's take a closer look at the impact of sanctions on Iran and how the country has been affected by the restrictions that have been imposed on its economy and its people. And we will examine the effects on the economy, including the decline in oil exports and the shortage of foreign currency, and the impact on the people, including the rising cost of living and the shortage of medicine and food, and how the government of Iran has responded to the sanctions and the measures it has taken to try to mitigate their effects and to find ways to circumvent them. And we will also look at the role of other countries in helping Iran to evade the sanctions and the consequences of these actions for the global economy and the security of the region. The use of sanctions by the United States is not without controversy, and there are many critics who argue that they are a blunt instrument that can have unintended consequences and can harm innocent people. And we will examine the arguments for and against the use of sanctions and the different perspectives on this issue, and we will also look at the alternatives to sanctions and how they can be used to achieve the goals of the United States and its allies without causing harm to innocent people. And we will explore the role of diplomacy and negotiation in resolving conflicts and promoting peace and stability in the region and around the world. In conclusion, the rise of economic warfare is a complex and multifaceted topic that requires a nuanced and thoughtful approach. And we have seen how the United States has used its economic might to exert pressure on countries like Iran and the far-reaching consequences of these actions. And we have examined the different perspectives on this issue and the alternatives to sanctions and the role of diplomacy and negotiation in resolving conflicts and promoting peace and stability in the region and around the world, and we hope that this video has provided you with a deeper understanding of this important topic and the issues that surround it.